What's up YouTube, Dimlex here, and today we're going to be breaking down the biggest reveals from the Final Fantasy VII Remake at E3, or as I like to call it, Midgar Madness, because the amount of content Square Enix showed off at their live event for this game was insane. Plus we got a release date for the remake, March 3rd, 2020.
Breathe, darn you!
4 years after the remake's announcement at E3 2015, we finally know when we'll be able to play this highly anticipated title. Let's just hope for the best and the game doesn't get delayed. I'm looking at you, Kingdom Hearts 3. So with that being said, let's get on with the breakdown. One of the most interesting additions to the combat for the Final Fantasy VII Remake is the Active Time Battle Bar, or ATB for short, an ability that's a nice nod to the turn-based mechanics in the original game. The ATB bar can charge up over time by itself, but recharges much faster if a character lands standard attacks. And once the ATB bar is at its maximum capacity, you'll be able to enter tactical mode, where time slows down and allows the player the option to decide what to do with the use of the command menu, whether it's using an ability, spells, or items. Also, you'll be able to pick a specific target if you choose to select an attack option, and it seems like it'll grant additional damage if the attack lands. In terms of other gameplay features, one thing I noticed about the HUD for Final Fantasy VII is that there is no jump button. Instead, the jump action command is being replaced with the evade action command, which may be a turnoff depending on how you like to play your action RPGs. Personally, I like having a jump option when I'm playing action RPGs, but there are games that have proven to be successful without it, a la The Witcher and Assassin's Creed games. Moving on, we're going to look at the Scorpion Sentinel, which is the first major boss you fight in the game, and it looks like Square Enix dialed this boss fight up to 11, because the Scorpion Sentinel has not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 phases, which lets us players know that this remake is going to deliver way more than expected. Also, I like how this boss fight makes good use of Cloud and Barret. For example, when the Scorpion Sentinel is climbing on the walls, the player must then switch to Barret in order to attack from a distance. Not to mention the use of debris as cover against the Scorpion Sentinel's laser tail, and having to take out its energy shield by attacking its power core. Other bosses were teased with a revamped moveset in Final Fantasy VII's E3 trailer, which included Apps and Airbuster, who are also bosses you fight early on during the Midgar portion. And during the Apps fight, notice how Cloud is still blocking while he's on the ground. I'm guessing that's a skill you can unlock later in the game. And during the Airbuster fight, Cloud is wielding Hard Edge. In the original game, this weapon can be bought in the city of Junon and the town of Gongaga. If I'm pronouncing those names wrong, I apologize. Or you can steal this weapon from a third-class soldier during your visit in the Shinra headquarters. Looking forward to seeing more of Cloud's alternate weapons come launch day. Now let's move on to the reveal of Tifa, whose design in the remake stays true to the original, with a few additions that are made for more practical combat attire, as well as a few other attributes.
Thank you.
We also get to see Tifa in action as a melee-focused character of the group, and can be seen using Omni Punch, which allows Tifa to deliver a barrage of brutal melee attacks by constantly pressing the bash command. And now that we've seen Tifa in action, that just leaves Red 13 as the last playable character to be revealed for the Midgar portion of the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Also in the E3 trailer, there's an additional motorcycle sequence that is not in the original game, where Cloud and the rest of the Avalanche members are fighting Shinra infantry. Square Enix is probably including another motorcycle sequence so that us players can get used to the controls and be prepared when we get to that climactic escape from Midgar. Speaking of Shinra, we get a tease of President Shinra, head of the Shinra Electric Company, and possibly Heidegger to his left, head of public safety at Shinra. Lastly, as for why Sephiroth shows up earlier than the game than usual and is taunting Cloud, it's quite simple really. Seeing that the Final Fantasy VII Remake is being split into multiple parts, Square's gotta find some way to implement their most iconic villain. I know some fans would have preferred to keep Sephiroth's appearance a mystery throughout the Midgar portion of the game, but seeing that Sephiroth is such a well-known figure in the gaming space, there's really no point in hiding his identity in the game anymore. And there you guys have it, those are the biggest things that stuck out to me during the Final Fantasy VII reveal. What were your thoughts on the game's E3 showcase? And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button, it really helps me out. Subscribe for more content from me on Final Fantasy VII and other games in general. I'm Dimlex, I'll see you in the future.